What
And g'day viewers, and welcome to this week's podcast episode about the currency of kindness, where we explore the incredible power of kindness and its ability to transform lives.
That's right. Kindness is a currency. And today we explore the value of this priceless commodity and how it can enrich our lives. It is possibly the most underrated yet essential quality that we can possess as humans. In fact, kindness has the power to change the world one person at a time.
So stay tuned to discover how to create a ripple of kindness in your own life and beyond.
What
And g'day, and welcome to this week's episode about the currency of kindness.
That's right. Kindness is a currency. With yesterday marking International RAK Day, or Random Acts of Kindness, what better time to remind us all that making kindness part of our day, not just February the 17th, but every day, will change our lives and better the world.
Yeah, sure will. Kindness is a simple act that holds tremendous value in our lives. And it is a currency that we can never run out of, and yet its worth never, ever diminishes. A currency that when you make regular deposits, there is no better bank, as your investment provides rewards that are infinitely multiplied. It is possibly the most underrated yet essential quality that we can possess as humans. In fact, kindness has the power to change the world one person at a time.
It's really easy in this cynical time to get caught up in mistaking kindness for weakness, but it is so not a weakness. Kindness is an act of supreme strength and courage every single time. Acts of kindness you carry out help to form a shield around you. It provides a force field or a barrier that offers protection against any persnickety.
Love that word.
Or perilous individuals, which there's only a few on the planet, but they get around.
They sure do.
Speaking of those persnickety and perilous types, did you know that those types of people need to be shown kindness above all others? I know, right? Your learned instinct, as opposed to your basic instinct, which is goodness, but your learned instinct, when you interact with this lot, is the opposite of kind. It's sort of more like crush, kill, destroy, depending on how badly they've pissed you off.
You stole that from Lost in Space, didn't you?
Any listeners that are 100 years old will remember that show. However, we advise you to pause before you react and take the kind road.
As mentioned earlier, the kindness won't necessarily come back to you from them, so don't expect it to. But you'll have added another layer into your force field. Acts of kindness exercise your all-important empathy muscle and the empathy part of the brain, and enables you to better see the world from someone else's perspective. Kindness also eases social anxiety. Again, this relates to the fact that it fosters better self-esteem. So what about when you've continually shown kindness to someone in your inner circle and you're met with malice and contempt, Jenny?
Well, Mitchie, that's easy. You kind of look after yourself and move away from them. You wish them well and you keep depositing your kindness elsewhere. Being kind is not being a pushover. Remember, kindness to self first, and we often forget that by being our harshest critics and setting precedents for ourselves which we wouldn't necessarily apply to anybody else.
Oh, yeah. How often do we do that?
Kindness to yourself enables kindness to others, but you are not a tree, and if you've got some bad seeds hanging around, lose them. Shakespeare's character Hamlet spoke this line in the play: "I must be cruel only to be kind," which has sort of evolved into this idiom of you've got to be cruel to be kind.
There's a song around that, wasn't there?
Well, there is, yeah. But wrong. For one, the context around Hamlet's "I must be cruel to be kind" was in dialogue with his mother over her relationship with his villainous stepfather Claudius, fresh after murdering an eavesdropper Polonius. Hamlet admits to being harsh, but his intentions are good. Anyway, read Hamlet if you want to know the full story.
No, it's a hard read.
It is. It's a great read.
Well, if you like Shakespeare, it's just I like it converted into today's English personally.
Good for you. Anyway, back to topic. You don't need to be cruel to be kind, but you do need courage to be kind. Tough love is kind. Removing yourself from abuse is kind. Reporting a crime or a misdemeanor is kind. Closing the door on a relationship that is toxic is kind. Letting go of an employee or a workplace that isn't working out for you is kind. Kindness comes in many forms.
Sure does. And random acts of kindness have a ripple effect of goodness that transcends time and space. You know, sometimes you don't see the effect immediately afterwards, but trust me, it will be carried vibrationally onwards to all. And don't be tricked into thinking that your random act of kindness will actually deliver instant returns. Because that's, half the problem is we think that, we'll do something kind and we're expecting to get it back straight away. No.
Drop your expectations with that one.
So you may pay for someone's coffee or meal or their groceries and then head out from the restaurant or the shopping centre into a car only to be subjected to some pesky driver's bad-tempered honking of their horn or waving their fist at you or their typical road rage behaviour, right? But if you can learn to respond with kindness to as much of life as you can, you will find that life becomes a field of dreams. Unexpected goodness comes towards you and can change your outcomes. Practicing kindness daily provides multiple benefits. Firstly, it enhances and promotes self-love and acceptance. And why is this important? Well, because the better your relationship with yourself, the better every other relationship with every other person in your life will be, which will lead you to a life that is enriched and enlivened.
It also improves our mental health. Acts of kindness, it reduces stress, boosts your self-esteem. Research has also shown that practicing kindness can benefit our physical health, including reducing the risk of heart disease and lowering blood pressure. Being kind has been linked to the release of that magical element, oxytocin, which is that hormone that promotes feelings of happiness. It lowers stress levels. It also activates the reward centres of the brain, providing us with a sense of satisfaction and pleasure.
Oh, there are so many benefits to being kind. Janet even has a T-shirt, which I often steal and wear at gigs, which simply says, "Be kind." I love it. It's one of my favourite T-shirts, and I'm sorry I keep stealing it.
No, it's a good... We share clothes. What can we say? Kindness is not just about being polite or courteous to people we know. It goes so much deeper than that. It's about showing compassion, empathy, and understanding to every single person we encounter, regardless of their background, race, or beliefs. I think it was Jim Rohn who said, I can't remember who said it now, I read so much. Anyway, you've got to treat every person you meet as if they are the most important person in the world.
Yeah, I think it was Jim, and it was also Bob Proctor. But I think both of them said it, yeah.
Anyway, whoever said it, good on you, because it's a great thing to think about. And if you have that approach, it'll help you take the time to listen, it'll help you offer a helping hand and be there for someone. But just a reminder, kindness is about being self-full, not selfless, okay? By that I mean fill your cup first. You've got to make sure that you look after yourself so you can look after others. And that is through the whole gamut of everything. You come into this world alone and you'll leave alone. You are really important. Be self-full. With kindness, you're also going to be selfless, and you're going to put the needs of others with your own. Do unto others as you would be done by sums it up beautifully.
Yeah, it sure does. And when we're kind to others, we create a sense of community and belonging. We show that we actually care and that we're willing to go out of our way to make someone else's day a little bit brighter. And we create a safe and supportive environment where people can feel comfortable expressing their emotions and being vulnerable.
The currency of kindness is not something that can be measured by money or material possessions.
No, it can't.
It's something that is felt in the heart, and it can have a profound impact on both the giver and the receiver's emotional well-being. When we show kindness, we release a flood of positive emotions, such as happiness, gratitude, and love. And these emotions not only benefit the person receiving, but the person giving. So it's a win-win situation. Kindness is a win-win result.
And it's also really contagious. Kindness is very contagious. Think about this. When you show kindness to someone, they're more likely to pay it forward and show kindness to someone else. And this creates a flow-on effect that can spread through the entire community and even nations. And we covered this effect in last week's episode about our basic instinct of goodness, where in times of dire need, we pull together as a team, as a community, as a nation, and stand up as a race and a community and help support one another. And when we choose to be kind, we create a better world for ourselves and those around us. And in today's fast-paced world that can sometimes feel harsh and unforgiving, kindness is the one thing that can actually bring us together. It can be the glue that holds our society together and allows us to thrive as a community. When we show kindness, we make the world a better place, one small act at a time.
I believe fervently that kindness is the most valuable currency we possess as humans. It has the power to change lives, create that sense of community, and make the world a better place. It's not something we should practice occasionally, but it should be part of our daily lives. Mm-hmm. It's actually time to recognise the power of kindness, embrace it with open arms, and start dealing this fabulous commodity.
Oh, you bet. And, look, being a muso, I love so many different pieces of music and so many artists, but I absolutely love John Lennon's iconic song, Imagine, which speaks to the power of a world united by peace, love, and understanding. And it envisions a world where people live without borders, religion, or possessions, and instead focus on kindness and compassion towards each other. And the song's message is a reminder that when we choose to be kind to one another, we can create a world that is better for all of us. So it challenges us to imagine a better world. So I wanted to ask you this. Just imagine if we could create a world where kindness was the norm and then watch it transform all our lives for the better, creating a world where we can all live in harmony.
And here's a few takeaway ideas if you're keen to get interested in trading in this ultimate currency. Here's just a few quick ones. What about picking a business or a lesser-known artist, author or band and giving them a great review online? It's not going to cost you anything, and you will make their day. Give a sincere compliment a day. Invite yourself to make that commitment. So look for someone who looks like they really need one. And believe me, they're out there.
Loads of them.
Make it sincere. If you feel a bit awkward, just practice. You're going to get better at it. Make it sincere and give anybody out there, a compliment a day. Let someone ahead of you when you're lining up. So if you're in a shop and someone's got just common sense, but step back, or if someone looks like they've got whinging kids or something, let them get in front of you. Come on. Or you could pay for someone else's purchase, either coffee or groceries. I've even seen fuel done. That's all.
You saw this done recently, didn't you? I did.
Or a restaurant tab if possible. If you're in this situation to do that, do it. Do it.
It makes their day, but it also makes yours.
Oh, you'll feel so good. So good. Even watching it, everybody around watching it brings them all to tears. It's amazing. And this little one we're seeing, it's not little, it's a big issue, but we're seeing more and more in Melbourne now.
I think it is around the world, though. When we were in New York, we saw a lot of it too.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. But anyway, when you see a homeless person, and they're everywhere, but particularly lately we've been seeing them outside a supermarket, bring them out a couple of items, a bottle of water and some juice, something to eat. Extend yourself. Be kind. Be kind as you would want someone to treat you if you were in that position. And finally, just for nature, pick up litter when you're out walking. We want to pay it forward and be kind to nature too. And that's about where we'll leave it. So
may you trade in kindness every day of your life, and you'll receive an avalanche of goodness that comes back to you. It's the law of reciprocity.
Go spread it. Until next time, love and blessings.
See ya.
Thanks for watching this video, and we hope that you got a lot out of it. We would love it, be grateful and appreciative if you would take the time to like this video, comment if you feel inclined, and share with any friends that you think would benefit from this. We are constantly creating new great content, so also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the awesome material that we have coming up. See you soon.